everybody. Welcome to another episode of Talking Timepieces, where we talk about watch collecting and horology. Today we're going to do a subscriber watch review from Hector, also known as Illusive Man. And he's been on the show quite often on the live streams commenting, and he sent us some very nice close-ups of his very interesting and eclectic collection. We're going to start with his Navitimer wristwatch check. I'm wearing mine, my Navitimer GMT. He's got a Bo1, but let's turn the camera around. Well, actually, not turn the camera around. Let's take what's on the phone and upload it to the screen, and we'll talk about it. So, the first piece we have is a Breitling Navitimer Bo1. It's a 46 millimeter piece, and it's a striking reverse panda model as opposed to my all blue-faced. And I do like the way this model looks. It's got the 7-link metal bracelet, which gives the watch kind of a sporty yet luxurious look because the bracelet is not brushed, it's shiny, and so it comes across as this huge, sporty, complex chunk of metal on your wrist. It actually has very nice wrist presence, beautiful watch, and has a lot of heritage behind it because of the Navitimer aspect of the slide rule around the outer bezel, the ability to do math. And it was originally created for engineers, but Pilot said, hey, we need that functionality too, make us one. And ever since the late 50s, mid to late 50s, Breitling has been making the Navitimer for today enthusiasts, because not too many people use the slide rule anymore, but the slide rule gives the watch a very striking presentation. His next piece is a Cartier Santos large, 39.5 millimeters, in fact, and it's got a very, very sharp presentation. The indices are metal applied, as opposed to, for example, my Santos XL Chrono has got painted indices. This has got a very, very nice look to it because the shiny metal Roman numeral indices, along with the there is lume around the chapter ring. Well, it's not a Rehout chapter ring, but there is a ring for time gradients, and that ring is loomed, and the hands are loomed. So it's quite a sporty, dressy watch. I'm starting to see a pattern here. I think Illusive Man likes his watches to be bold, striking, and sporty. The Santos is a very classic piece. You could tell this is a more recent version because the way the bezel blends into the bracelet, that was a relatively recent development. Previously, the Santos had a simple bezel that went just around the face and didn't integrate into the bracelet in any way. But these newer Santos models are very beautiful watches. Now, to change it up a little bit, he's got a Blancpain Swatch 50 Fathoms. This is the Atlantic Ocean version, and it's just a nice, fun plastic watch. And the nice aspect about it is, as opposed to, say, the Moon Swatch, this has a mechanical movement in it. It's a System 51, but that enables you to get a Blancpain 50 Fathoms for under $500. And otherwise, you'd have to tack at least 1 0 on, and that would be for one that's used. And you'd be very lucky to find a quote-unquote real Blancpain 50 Fathoms for less than that. In fact, this one is very nicely done because, as you see, he's put it on a non-factory, put it on an aftermarket strap that very much complements the piece. Again, sporty, bold, a lot of wrist presence, just all in all, a nice watch. This is really turning out to be a sharp collection. Now, speak of the devil and he appears. Here is a Moon Swatch. This one is the Mission to Mars, and there are two aspects of the Mission to Mars that are interesting. Number one, it's a striking red color, angry red planet, and also the subdials for the totalizers, for the minutes and the hours, are shaped like the hands that were on the Alaska Project watch, which was created for a Mars mission that never appeared. And by the time we do send somebody else out there, we do send someone to Mars, it will probably they'll probably be wearing something like an X-33 or maybe something completely new crafted for Mars. And but this is a nice little Easter egg back to the Alaska Project, and it's a nice moon swatch. And here, Illusive Man put a red aftermarket rubber strap on it, which I think really complements the piece, even down to the little string bracelet that accents the red in the watch. Again, sporty, nicely presented. You could tell that Illusive Man really knows his watches and has good taste. Not just because he has quite a few watches that are similar to, if not identical to mine. Now, we continue with a Longines Spirit Zulu. It's really a sharp watch, and the Zulu Time, the Longines Zulu Time, has really gotten a lot of attention because it is a great daily wear sports watch that has a GMT function, and it has a rotating bezel to allow you to do multiple time zone tracking on the watch. This is the black version. I used to have the blue version, which, again, really nice looking pieces. And the black version has a sharp, clean, competent look that, really complements anyone's collection. I think this is a really sharp watch, and I congratulate Illusive Man for having it. Now, to keep things real, we have a Tudor PRX Powermatic 80, which has got the light blue, you could almost say a Tiffany style dial, but it has the tapisserie style face pattern. And again, this is a nice watch. This is a good watch that I would go like bar hopping in, just because you might not necessarily want to take an expensive piece to places you may not know well, but you do want to wear something striking and interesting that you like and looks good on your wrist. And the PRX is really, really a versatile piece that lets you have fun with a watch without breaking the bank. And the Powermatic 80 hours of power reserve. There are some people who complain about the way it's constructed, but when you consider how much you're paying for it and what you're getting out of it, this is a really great watch. Now we go back upscale with a Rolex Gold Day Date. This one doesn't speak English, it appears. But as you know, they do offer it with the day in various languages. And if that's your home language, that should be the language that's on your watch. I know some people who do have a watch that has English days, and English is not their first language, but they bought it because that was what was available. So I commend Illusive Man on getting a day date that speaks his language, I'm assuming. I mean, I don't think English is his first language, but it could be. You never know. Adding to that Rolex flex, we've got also a really sharp-looking white-faced, patterned face, almost a pyramidal pattern on the face with the Wimbledon, I believe, style, with the Roman numerals, and these are gold-applied indices. It's just a good-looking Datejust. The two-tone Datejust with the Wimbledon dial is a classic watch. It really does add to a collection, and this is the kind of watch that you can wear with a suit, or you could wear with a polo shirt. Now, this watch is one that I really do like. I've always been a fan of the Aquaterra World Timer, which is really a GMT with World Timer functionality, because you can change the hour hand on the fly when you're traveling. And the interesting aspect of this model is that it has the laser ablated titanium face, because it's not really cut, because they're not cutting through the titanium. They're using the laser to both sculpt and heat the titanium to change its texture and its color to bring out the globe. So it really is a striking piece. Again, a watch with fantastic wrist presence, very sporty, loomed. It is a great travel watch. And like I said, I could see a real pattern emerging in Illusive Man's collection of sporty, useful, functional, a couple of GMTs, and just a nice watch to own in general, to flesh out a really nice collection like this. And of course, who can say no to an Omega Seamaster? And this is a Seamaster Professional with the coaxial Daniels designed movement, aluminum bezel, and just really nice. I like the fact that Illusive Man took the picture to allow the lume to pop out so you can really see the sharp lume on this watch. And it really is a lovely piece. Some people say, well, the helium escape valve at 10 o'clock is not their cup of tea. But I think that that's a design cue to remind people that, no, this is not a Submariner. It's a beautiful, blue, striking, functional, sports, daily wear watch. And the nice thing about having a collection that doesn't have to be a daily wear, his collection has such a nice variety and at every price point to allow you to have a really flexible wearing schedule. And basically, I imagine Illusive Man just walks by the box in the morning as he's picking out the clothes he's going to wear for the day and decides what watch suits not only the watch, but his mood and where he is going and what he is doing. And this Omega Seamaster is a great addition to that collection. Now, here's a watch you don't see very often. Ratt has started to come back into people's radar because of the Captain Cook series, which is a retro series based on a design from the 70s. But Ratt, for the longest time, was very well known for their futuristic and elegant ceramic pieces, and this is one of those pieces. This is a Ratt. I believe it is the Sintra black ceramic, and it's just a clean, sharp watch that again offers a tremendous amount of versatility in a collection. And not loomed. So it's the first one that I've seen of his collection that's not loomed. But then again, Ratt didn't offer this model with loom. They thought of it more as a dress watch, which it is. And it just has a very clean, elegant appearance, and the gold hands and indices give it a luxurious bent that gives it a striking wrist presence. Just a nice watch. Ooh, here's another Ratt. The Diastar actually was one of the first, if not the first, scratch-resistant watches that came out. It had a sapphire dial. In this one, it's a faceted sapphire dial. You can see that it's faceted because of the vertical line distortion from the light coming off the face and coming through that really lovely faceted sapphire crystal. And the case material is a hardened steel that is very resistant to scratching, which is why they were bold enough to give it a very big, bold case that stands out. Again, very sporty, a lot of wrist presence, functional. This is a day date as well. And I noticed that the language is also not English. So I like that people have collections that are more tailored to their personal tastes than just, picking up whatever piece everyone else tells them that they should get. And Ratt is very popular in Asia and India, which I'm guessing that's probably where either he comes from or has affiliations there, or maybe he just likes Ratt because it is a great watch. And again, sporty, a lot of wrist presence, rugged, sharp. kudos. Oh, speaking of rugged and sharp, we've got this Swiss Army watch. This is an officer's version. You can tell because of the polish and the metal bracelet, and it really has a bit of a classy appearance for a military style field watch. We've got a very useful face here with the inner indices showing, the 13 through 23. So in case you did want to use military time, actually a lot of Europeans here in Germany, for example, a lot of people say 1700 or whatever as civilians. So having a 24-hour dial adds a level of functionality and practicality to this piece, along with, of course, the lume and highly visible face and hands. Again, another really nice piece for his collection. Now, this one is another Swiss Army, also has a field watch face, but it's got a black case, and it really does look great on that NATO, and the red stripe in the NATO brings out the red shield of the Swiss Army logo. So again, he's got a very versatile collection that allows him to pick a watch for almost any environment, almost any situation, almost any clothing that he's wearing. Just a really, really eclectic and useful collection. And this Swiss Army helps flesh that out. So that was Illusive Man's collection. A really good collection, in my humble opinion. A lot of watches, depending on how you look at it, but not a lot of watches, depending on how you look at it. He's got fewer than I have, but all of his watches are good choices, and a few of them are quite healthy bangers, really sharp pieces that you could wear even in front of a snob and they couldn't say anything about the watch, He has a good collection that shows that he has a knowledge and a taste for good watches, and allows him to reflect his mood, his clothes, and the situation quite easily. So kudos to you, Illusive Man. That's a great collection. And if anyone else wants their collection looked at, just email me at smartalix, ALIX, at yahoo.com, and send high-res close-ups of your pieces, and I'll be more than happy to let the entire audience take a look at your collection. Thanks again for taking the time to watch. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.